feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the post-show wrap-up video here on the Central Pennsylvania Shrimp Tank. Special edition today. We have the, what do we call it? The Making a Difference, right?
I thought it was the Masters of the Universe.
That's something like that.
Yeah, Making a Difference.
So I'm your co-host Nathan Bowden, alongside co-host Taylor Ranker, and we have Scott Shewell from Safe Harbor on the show today, a phenomenal nonprofit that works with homeless individuals, helps to get them engaged back in the community, empower them, based out of Carlisle, but serving all of Cumberland County. And the full broadcast you can find on our website at shrimptankpodcast.com/Central PA. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, basically anywhere you can get a podcast, so you can keep up to date with all of our entrepreneurs and the wonderful nonprofits and organizations that are in our community making a difference and making an impact. And on the podcast, we got a lot of information. One of the key phrases I think that kept coming up was demystifying. Demystifying a lot of maybe unrealistic or incorrect assumptions about what homeless people are like, or how they became homeless, or whatnot, and just also some, which we'll talk about on this video, how we can help, how we can get involved, because there's some ways that we can do it that we maybe didn't think about from the beginning. So again, go to the website, check out that full broadcast, and officially, Scott, why don't we welcome you on to the video? Why don't you just give a quick background of yourself and a little bit of a background of Safe Harbor and what you guys do?
Sure. I'm president and CEO of Safe Harbor. I've been there 7 years. I've been president for 2. Safe Harbor provides shelter and supportive services for homeless individuals and families. Our mission is to move them to independent living by improving their basic life skills.
Pretty straightforward.
It's a great mission, yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
And we talked a little bit on the podcast about this idea, well, we'll say the demystifying of what it means to be homeless. So why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Can I throw out a quick story to clarify this? Yeah. Scott helped me with this. So when I was talking about how my drive home from work, I often pass this area in Dauphin County by the farm show where there's almost always someone on that corner claiming to be homeless with a sign, I'm pregnant or whatever. And one of the things that helped me, because I'd actually in the past tried to help them to know success, and one of the things Scott pointed out is they're probably not homeless. So that was a little part of the demystifying process for me.
Well, the process in terms of demystifying, what we're saying is that many people, when they think about a homeless person, their reference point is stereotypical of what they've seen in the movies, what they've seen on TV, maybe even what they've seen on the internet, though the internet is doing a better job at educating. It's not that old guy who's an alcoholic who just wants a bottle and a meal and wants to be left alone, who lives under the underpass.
Right. I think for those of us, I'm over 50, we called that the sterno bum back in the day. Yep.
We have everywhere from infants to senior citizens who are homeless. We have single dads with kids. We have moms with kids. We've had generational families where it's been 2 or 3 generations of the family with us.
Wow.
So, and the reasons they're homeless, it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they don't want to work. It's because they've encountered something in their life that is preventing them from maintaining a household, whether it's economic issues, mental health issues, addiction issues, or lifestyle issues. Something has happened in their life that now they need assistance to get their life back in order.
Well, and I think you said when we were talking about how you got a wide range of age, one, and two, it's not really a handout.
No.
Right? You have people that you pay rent, you have short-term housing, emergency housing, you got long-term housing, but there's an actual engagement process that needs to happen for those individuals to stay. And, it's not unreasonable, but like you said, it's basic life skills, basic requirements. Touch on those a little bit.
Well, in addition to the housing that we provide, if they're in our emergency shelter, whether it's short-term or long-term, they have to be participating in the social services that we offer. So whether it's life skills training, which comprises things that you know or learned in your life that either they have never learned or they may have forgotten. How to have a checking account, how to cook a healthy meal on a low budget, conflict resolution with others, when to see a doctor, when maybe you don't need to see a doctor. All those common sense things that you've either learned or someone has helped you figure out in your life, and they just need that reinforcement. Also parenting classes. usually, unfortunately, there is a cycle there of
definitely.
parenting decisions that are not exactly very good. And so we try to help them be better parents with their children as well. And then finally, it's about helping them access the other services in our community that are available to them, whether it's employment skills training, whether it's mental health assistance, whether it's medical assistance, all of those things that they might need. And we go to our nonprofit partners to help them get that as well. We don't try to reinvent the wheel and do things that others are already doing and doing well. So we work closely with them to get them those services as well.
Fantastic. Taylor?
I just want to make sure that we talk about, because I was educated, some clarity on how to help. I didn't realize there were different ways. I just assumed it was financial or some other. So please talk to us a little bit about how our audience can help.
Sure. Well, obviously, finances. 40% of our budget's fundraising. So if they are so inclined, every $10 donation, every $20 donation, every larger donation is helpful to us.
Bequests too, right?
Bequests,
Big requests.
whether it's including us in their will or setting up a charitable gift annuity, all those kinds of plan giving as well.
Yep.
We're very happy to work with folks to make that work. But also then there's the in-kind donations, which we put to good use in several ways. First and foremost, the donations themselves. So whether it's linens, sheets, blankets, comforters, pillows, pillowcases, towels, washcloths, we have a constant need for those. And we will take gently used items. It doesn't have to be new. We just ask it's not ripped, it's not stained, those kind of things. Then we also have a need for personal hygiene, personal care items. Soap, shampoo, conditioner, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, shaving needs, feminine products, diapers, all of those good things. And then lastly, we do provide a very small food pantry to complement what other services they may be receiving. So non-perishable food items, canned goods, and box meals. We have a need for that as well.
Okay.
Very cool.
And those count not only for the donations themselves, but the value also counts for us because we need to have a dollar-for-dollar match of in-kind donations for grants that we receive from the federal government.
By the way, that was I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So you actually need the in-kind to offset the demand by the federal government.
Yes.
So it's important.
Yeah, so that's very important and a key distinction. Money's great. Money is always welcome, but goods are just as important and
Absolutely.
a key component. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on our podcast earlier, for doing this video and giving our viewers a little bit more of a background about Safe Harbor. So for those who are there, who are just feeling this tug on their hearts to get involved, to find out more about you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, safeharbor.org, and Harbor is spelled H-A-R-B-O-U-R, safeharbor.org. And then also we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. You can find us on the internet. If you just type in Safe Harbor Carlisle, we will pop up. And you can get all the information you need there on how to contact us and how to donate and how to help. We love to have the help.
And I have Scott's cell and his home address too.
Yeah. And I think Taylor just tweeted.
I think he does have my cell. But
I think Taylor's already tweeted out to the 3 followers that he has. So,
Oh, yes.
yeah. So you
Three?
already
I'm a
have
big- I'm a
3
big-
more. Yeah.
I'm a big tweet head.
Yeah.
they doubled in the last.
Double on the left, exactly.
Yeah, you checked, yeah. Another point, though, on the website, when you go to safeharbor.org, there is a list of all the items, the goods and things that they need that you can look at and see, specifics of what you can give in addition to the money. So,
And if you ever have any questions, you just call. The numbers are there, and also my email address as well as staff emails there. Call us, email us. We're happy to give you the information you need.
yeah,
I can vouch for this personally. We found that Scott is an excellent and eloquent spokesperson for Safe Harbor.
Very, very much. So thank you for all the work you're doing. Next week on our show, we're going to have Paul and Aaron from C&Z
My
Construction.
buddy Aaron,
Your buddy
and
Aaron.
Paul coming on to tell us about the world of construction these days.
Is it safe to say the ladies' man, Aaron?
It's safe.
It's safe.
That's
Okay. All right. We'll have a ladies' man on next week. But again, check out safeharbor.org. Figure out ways that you can get involved. We'll see you next week on the Central PA Shrimp Tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond, and the shrimp